Let's talk a little bit about the interactive decline curve as it applies in FEGS. Notice the curve has a number of sections, some title block information here, some decline information here, the interactive curve area here, and some options along the left side, including the items that are plotted on the curve. We can work the curve interactively. Let's say we want to work the oil curve. So we turn on oil, and we'd like to do a hyperbolic curve fit. We have one previously, but we'd just like to check it. So we can grab the left-hand side of the curve and move it up, and move the right-hand side down, and the middle will help us to drag to an appropriate value for the desired hyperbola. If we use the right button, we move the entire curve up or down. The results of the interactive action are shown here on the active line. If we click Update, those are moved into the matrix and the economic results are recalculated. If we undo, then that goes back to the way it was. We can always undo as long as we have not migrated to the next record. So we'll go ahead and update with that with our results. Note that we can change the beginning date of the graph, make it more recent or less distant. We can change the number of years in the graph. We can determine what products we plot on the graph and where they are on the interactive screen. When we navigate to a new curve, we can work with it. It has a hyperbolic curve in place, and if I want to do some hyperbolic fitting, I can play with this curve and test it, and that increased the value significantly as compared to the original value of 381,000. The new curve gives a discounted cash flow present worth of 455. I say that's good, let's use that, and we can continue on to the additional curves. You can plot additional items, oil gas ratio, gas oil ratio, and if the data exists, then they will be plotted. You cannot forecast ratio, and yes, you can forecast ratio. We'll talk about that later. Meanwhile, that gives you a few features of the interactive decline curve graphics capability of FEGS.